Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're gonna test out the DJI NEO and see how the tracking actually works. We get many shots coming this way and that way, but I'm pretty sure I look good from behind. But how do we look if we take an actual action shot with a soccer ball? And then maybe test it out in manual mode, a couple other features. So without any further ado, come, let's get started. So we have our drone here, and 1 second, let me just get it. So we have our DJI NEO. Kind of neat, huh? And we're just gonna try and see if we can test out these features, because I'm dying to find out if this thing could actually do what it's supposed to do. I want to see if it will follow me with the ball and I can score the goal in the perfect world. It's still loading, so hang in there. Connect successful. Okay, got it. I'm just gonna record the screen so that you guys can see. 1 second. Just gonna go to my camera so that everything will sync. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. This way we know how to sync it. Okay? Or we can do 1, 2, 3. Something like that. All right, knowing that. And moving forward, we'll just go to start.
Point the camera at your face and press and hold the mode
camera has to
button
be pointed
to
at
take
my
off.
face. I'm going to skip this particular feature tutorial. And I'm going to select, I believe it's called directional track. Where's my face? There I am. Pitch too large. I guess it's got to be there first. Let's start. Put it in my hand. Like that. Let it take off. Okay. Kind of neat. There I am. Okay. So we're back on the directional shot. That's what you want. This is more the kind of shots I like. These shots, I don't know. Not sure about those shots. How do I look? Anyway, on that note, let's see. I'll go back here. Bring the drone back here. Should have captured the footage, right? Going that way. Nah. Lens isn't wide enough. Did we get there? No, but that's okay. We got. Whoa. Hi. I'm a professional soccer player, and I'm here to teach you a thing or two about the game. Oh, now it's working. Okay. So I have to just maintain steady move, steady move, steady move, steady move. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, where's the ball? Ooh, I like it. Like I have my own videographer. SOS para vida, like they do on the Spanish TV, Italian. Except it's not. Oh wow, pretty cool. Whoop. Ooh, it's coming after me. I like that. Ooh. Oh, I might be able to. There. Oh, nice. It's still maintaining though. I like it. Kind of neat. Okay. Okay, this I gotta get. The goal is right there. I'm gonna get the ball. Ooh. Let's see. Oh. Watch that net. Almost forgot which one was right behind me. Let's try to get the other side. See. Oh, yeah. Still catching up. Pretty cool. Whoa, we almost forgot. Something like that. Alright, let's see. Oh. Kinda neat. Still keeping up in the game. Score is 1-1. Does take a while to jump start it. You know, a couple attempts with the drone to remember you. But then I post this on Instagram. I'll show you guys how to do that. How to create an Instagram feed for your drone shot. Oh, missed it. Oh wait, maybe not. This is pretty cool. I like it. Yeah. But if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. Got some wind going on, hopefully. You know, I don't have to do voiceover on this. Where is my wind, the goatee thing? So that's it. I think, it's quite the workout. Not really. It's, yeah, kind of neat.
All right, that was fun, but now let's see if we can actually fly this thing in manual mode. You've seen me fly Nevada in manual mode, but let's see how this thing handles. Hopefully it handles really well. What I like to do is start in normal mode, and then from normal, which is N mode, I like to bring the drone up to about 100 feet or 60 feet, just to play it safe. But with regular FPV drones, there's no buffer. You pretty much have 0 seconds to grasp your bearings and take control of your flight, whereas with the DJI drone you have the luxury where it gives you a buffer between 2 and maybe even 3 seconds before you actually have to take the controllers when you fly in manual mode. And with this drone it does the same thing too. It gives you some buffer and some space so that you can actually grasp your bearings, but I still want to maintain a good height of at least about 100 feet. Because sometimes these drones, DJI version of the drones, don't handle too well. But as you see, we have our one side is green, so you only need to move one stick if one side is green. So as you saw, now we're in M mode. So we're just going to go into the field. It's great. No one's there, but it's a little bit challenging. I noticed the drone sort of like tilting more towards the left and right. It's not really centered the way I want it to be, you know, but that could be a calibration issue. Maybe it just needs to be calibrated, but my sticks are centered. At least last time I flew it with the Avata, I didn't have the issue. It feels like it's doing a split, so I kind of like have to point my right one towards the right. You see, I tried doing a flip, but it's sort of like went into some sort of defunct mode, and I changed the settings back to default. If you saw my unboxing, I actually added Harvier settings, but it didn't work out. I think it was too powerful, too much for it. It couldn't handle it. And I find that the drone doesn't handle well on the flips or even on the turns. If you take too sharp of a turn really fast, it sort of kicks the drone into this weird defunct mode. But other than that, it's not bad. It's pretty good. If you want to learn manual mode, and you know, maybe there's something in my settings I have to change so that when I do a flip, the drone just doesn't go bonkers. But this is really fun, just flying through here. As you can see, it's a AstroTurf field, so I don't have to worry about if I land on the grass, where it will just become a weed whacker. Kind of neat. You can just fly low to the ground. I'd recommend getting a UV filter so that if you do crash into an object, you sort of salvage the gimbal without breaking it, because you know it can break. But if you have a UV filter on there, it just breaks the glass of the filter. Kind of neat, right? Don't you think? Yes, we're just flying around. I like to be able to do more flips, but the drone can't seem to handle it. Every time I tilt sideways, it feels like it's gonna lose control a little bit. It doesn't have. I can squeeze through there. That's kind of cool. You know, and just have fun with it. I would say, you know, don't expect it to perform like your regular FPV drone. It will somewhat give you the concept and somewhat of the experience, but it's not gonna hold up to the. Let's see if I can go through there. Nope, couldn't make it that time. But you just can't compare apples to oranges. But so far so good. You know, it's holding out. It's pretty good. I kind of like it, but not bad being able to fly in this, self-contained area. So, I'm comfortable flying now, but I don't feel like I have control of the drone the way I did with the Avata 2. The Avata 2, you have more control. With this one, it's a little bit tricky and challenging trying to keep it in the position, possible because it's so small and light. But I have flown the Gep RC Synologue 20, and that flies really, whoopsie. And this is what happens, it got stuck. So I tried to do a flip sideways, and it just got stuck in a position, and it just kept flying in that particular mode. So I don't think it can handle it, even though it has manual mode. It just can't handle the acrobatics that come that are basically added to the drone, because as you can see, it just got stuck, and it wasn't me. Maybe it needs a firmware update. Maybe it needs more power behind the motors so that it can actually handle that. Maybe it's something in the settings, in the pitch yaw, or I'm not sure. But other than that, you can. At least this is my drone. Maybe some other folks' drones are operating differently, but you can get the manual mode. But it's just really tricky doing flips and stuff, because as you can see, it jams.
Kind of neat, huh? You can be your own critique. You can record your own yourself playing soccer, and then go back and critique later and figure out which way you're gonna do those next moves better. Or just maybe, for your own entertainment while you're home lying in bed, you want to see yourself play. So yeah, I kind of like that, and I was out of breath. It wasn't like I slowed down or anything. I just basically maintained my momentum and prayed that the drone was actually able to keep up with me, and it did, which is kind of cool. It wasn't like generous to it, like, when we take those Taekwondo classes and you break a board, but the board was already broken, to give you that sense of, but they don't know. But I didn't do that. I just was trying to keep up. Praying the drone would keep up, which was pretty cool. And the other downside was another glitch was that if you go too fast in the turns, you saw how the drone just loses control and just like falls from the sky. Did crash into the fence, but that was my fault. But again, going too fast in the turns, it can't handle it. And I was trying to do flips, but I felt like the joysticks were like that. Maybe they need to be recalibrated again, because I felt like I had to do that a lot with it to get it centered, which is kind of weird. That was weird, but I was able to catch that, which was kind of neat. That's when you know your flying skills are good. When you know how to self-correct your drone when the joysticks are sort of going wonky and bonkers. And you saw it would wobble a little, like it would tilt to the side as it was flying like that, which was really weird too. Why I did that, I don't know. But the first beginner rates, I had put the Harvey Air rates in there. I think maybe they were just too powerful for it. Maybe it's too powerful. I definitely recommend practicing manual mode on it. I definitely recommend, working your craft. But to get the real, true FPV skills, you got to get an FPV drone, because this is not. If you had the same experience I had, it would be discouraging, right? If you had never flown FPV before and you crashed, and you wouldn't know what to look for, you wouldn't know what the real experience is like unless you had flown. So your first experience could be your last, and hopefully you're watching this video and know that it's not. It's the drone. It's just, it can't handle it. I guess it's a good starter drone, good parlor tricks. Follow me, look at me, my soccer ball, look at me run, look at me from behind, stuff like that, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong. Those features are kind of neat. You could use for your vlog. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, that pretty much sums up this video. Next time we'll try it out with the motion controller. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.